Hello and welcome back to MoistSMP Season 5. So as you guys saw in that little preview before all my little bit of an introduction, we did some work. First of all, we did take down the Wither, which wasn't too bad. I mean, you guys basically saw me fighting him from inside a wall. But not only that, you saw the beginnings of me starting to take down the mountain that was here. And as you can see, it's entirely gone. The landscape has changed, a little bit has been done. Let's take a quick look with the cheaty cam. As you look out from above, you can see some things have changed. So first of all, down to the south, we have our apple grove now. I figured an apple grove with the bees and all would look fairly nice, but apples also kind of invoke that feeling of fall and horror and Halloween, so it still fits the theme. Not only that, the pathing has been laid out, with some of the paths leading to what is going to be going over here, which we will discuss in a moment, as well as up and along this path as well. I'm not 100% sure what's going to go up over here just yet, but we will figure that out. And later, much later, we will clear out this area as well, bring this down to the same level as this, and this is where the main house and barn are going to go. Now, some other things have happened on the server. We have had our new weekly task, which was fairly simple. We just had to get 20 Eyes of Ender, which, as you can see, I got, put in my chest, and all said and done. Hi, have you given me any more eggs yet? You were useless. But yes, I've done a little bit of work. I understand that might be an understatement, but you understand what I mean when I say a little bit of work, as opposed to like clearing down the mountain. I did a little bit of decorating where, again, I put down the apple orchard over here. I wanted to look kind of overgrown and as if nobody's been here in a while. Like even the paths have started to be taken over. However, I did keep our little archaeologist buddy over here because I did feel like thematically he's still fit. So, because with the farm being long gone, he would have known that it was here a long time ago, and now he's just watching it be revived and come back to life. But speaking of the farm, you can see we have 3, 6, 9, 12 little stands right here, and you may be wondering, well, what are those for? Those will eventually be for beehives. This, however, as we walk around inside, this is going to be the greenhouse. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than a normal greenhouse, as it's going to be my bee farm as well. I'm going to have bees over here having their honeycomb sheared, and I'm going to have bees over here having their honey stolen. Because again, the plan is still to have that lovely little shop at spawn that's a farmer's market selling all those things that we need to make. As you can see, I already did do a little bit of prep work, and in this chest over here, we have, 11 bee nests, some flowers so I can breed the bees, stone, glass. We did a good bit of work. However, I don't want to start off there just yet. First, we're going to go take a quick look at spawn. Because as you can see at spawn, some things have arrived. Some things have changed. We are preparing for the end fight. We do have several of the eyes that we need already. We have a ship that I believe in one of the last episodes, we went over what was in that book and quill. And if we didn't, well, I'm sorry about that. It was my intent to go over it. But things are proceeding apace. And one thing that I have been doing while I've been on the server and waiting to get my shop up and running, I've been looking over here at the shopping district. Mostly because I want to figure out where am I going to be putting my little farming shop. And right now, the best place that I can really consider to put it is right here on this little bit of a hill. I'll probably build it out more, things like that. And we'll have like the farmer's market set up here. I prefer to keep it somewhat near the trees where it's a little bit more natural feeling. Though having it close enough to the Muncha Brunch Tavern that it feels like maybe the farmer's market is where they're getting their supplies for their food. Again, it's lore building, it's world building. It made sense to me. However, that's pretty much the plan of once I get the permit to build my shop, this is where it's gonna go. and we're going to have a good little bit of fun. However, we still need things to sell at the farmer's market. Luckily, as you can see right here, we should be okay. We have gotten so many seeds, so many plants, so much veggies, so many fruit. I mean, we have a ton of strawberries I didn't even realize. So we should be okay with that portion. But again, there's other things that we wanted to sell, which we still have listed on our pole over here where our cave originally was, which is honey and honeycomb, apples, which that's why we got the orchard now, jam, mead, which I don't know how to do just yet, cheese, milk, eggs, tea, and coffee. Now, I don't know where to get coffee yet. From what I understand, the way I get coffee is in the jungle, and I have to go to the jungle, walk around, and potentially find coffee plants. I'm not sure if that's 100% true. I've also heard rumors that it may be over in the nether. Somebody slept and now I'm on fire again. I heard that it may be in the nether as well. So we'll have to do a little bit of hunting and a little bit of research. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this section in front of where I keep the bees. I'm going to have some flowers over here, but I'm also going to have like the coffee and the tea mixed into the area. This little section right here, I think I'm going to keep with the pumpkins. We already have a jack-o'-lantern here to kind of help light up the area. So I think having a small pumpkin patch right here would still fit the theme. It's not going to be a very straightforward and organized pumpkin patch. It's going to be very chaotic. The pumpkins are kind of going to be everywhere, but it still should look pretty cool. However, I think it is time to build our bee house. No, that's not the word I want. What's the word I want? Somebody help me out. The greenhouse. That's the word. I said it first. You didn't say it first. I said it first. We're gonna build our greenhouse, get our bees inside, and get going. So I think it is time for a time lapse. So what do you think? I actually end up adding a little bit more to the outside once everything was finished. I'm very happy with how this came out. I cannot take full credit for the design. I did get inspiration from another person whose video I'm going to link down below. But I'll say the bee sanctuary is looking good. And you know what? I'm a phantom. I can just go in. It's mostly functional. So for example, we do have the honeycomb already coming in, and a good bit of it too. This is the next section we need to do, where, first of all, you guys need to get out from behind here. Thank you. This is the next section we need to do, because unfortunately, we do also need to run honey, like honey bottles and things like that. But I don't want to do it the traditional way, where I do basically this setup again on the other side with honey bottles, because let's be real, honey bottles get very, very expensive. It takes a lot to make a honey bottle. I could do it, yes, but I'd rather not. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Create to collect the honey. That's going to require a whole bunch of these, the fluid pipes. And the way those work is what I can do is I can attach those to a tank with a way to pull the honey out of the pipes and put them into a tank for collection. Then we can have like a little deposit thing that will then run it down into any sort of bottles or things I decide to put it in. However, we need to make it first. So let's start making a whole bunch of pipes and then start laying them underneath. And one of the other things I'm going to want to have is more trapdoors. We don't want the bees getting in and underneath. So we're going to put some trapdoors down and around where the pipe collection system is going to be. All right. Well, they're all connected now, which that honestly did not take all that long. And the way I think I'm going to have this all piped out is through this hole right here. So we'll take a couple more pipes, go out this way. That is going to become a pipe eventually. And then we'll have it all pulling out outside. But we need someplace to collect this. So what we need is a fuel tanks, and we also need a way to pull the honey out. Fluid pump is going to go into here. Perfect. Pipe is going to go to there. Now we just need another pipe right here. So we're going to do a little bit of a breaky. Put that in. Do I have any andesite casings left? So that way, hopefully I can hide that a little bit better. There we go. And now that should start extracting the honey into here soon. There we go. You can see it flowing through the pipes. Actually, I think... Let me grab a wrench so we can see it a little bit more easily. So now this will allow us to see when the honey is being pulled out and into our lovely little container here. At which point I am going to make this container larger. However, we can just very easily pump it out using one of these. It's just a spout. You can have the honey set up to come out the spout. We can put bottles underneath, and it will just spray the bottles with all of everything that it needs. And that's going to finish off creating everything we need for this little apiary. We now have the honeycomb. We now have the honey. And we also have the bees, which, let's be real, the bees were really the important part. We couldn't do anything. There's a turtle back there. Anyways, the bees were really the important part. We couldn't do anything without the bees. However, don't forget, I did also do a little bit more outside here. I added a barrel because I figured if we're making honey, we're probably going to be making mead, which I think I have listed on here. I do! We do have mead listed on here. We're probably going to be making mead. We're probably going to be making other things along with it. But this way, everything is now all set up, ready for us to go, and ready for us to open up our shop. So in speaking to Toffee, there are things that I need to do first. Request form to open up a shop permit. Okay. Shop name, Farmers Market. Type of shop. There. Now it's all filled out. I guess I'll just wait for Toffee to get on.
I seem to be one short here.
I gave you 6.
You did. I have my own supply. Yeah, you do. I guess I am the scammer. All right,
wait a second. Are you scamming me?
I will review this in my office. Give me just a moment, and then I will call upon you when your delivery's in your mailbox.
Sounds good. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. It's at the post office. I kid you not. We did just get a letter at the post office. Toffee has told us to go check the post office at our earliest convenience, which I suppose could be right now. I just need to remember where my post box is. Glow item frame, sign shop permits, as well as the farmer's market by Toffee. Your farmer's market has been approved. Please make sure to hang up the sign in the market near your entrance, somewhere visible everyone is able to see, so your shop has been approved by the Lord and will be recognized. Thank you for helping Inland flourish. We're looking to see what becomes of this market. With great honor, Toffee the Duck. Excellence! It was a good letter. I'm still on fire. So before we do too much, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go over, mark out our area, and set some things up real quick. So while we're not building this today, I do want to at least get the area marked out for people, so that way they know what's coming and where it's going, because that's just as important. That should give us plenty of room on the inside to play with. And now I can do a little something like this. The shop permit and a sign. I can spell, it's not spelled marquee, it's called the market. So perfect. We have our area picked out. We have everything set up. And we can probably do that in the next episode. This episode, we still need to go, finish the bee farm. A lot has happened today. Also, yes, that does mean these were shot completely out of order. In terms of real life, the bee farm's not even done yet. However, we got approval from Toffee to set up the shop. So it's out of order. Forgive me. Or don't. It doesn't matter to me. You're going to see it out of order. And you're going to like it. Aren't you? Aren't you? This is getting weird now. We will not be opening the shop today. We will be opening up the shop next time. First of all, we need to get it built. So I do want to play with a couple designs first to give it a good farmer's market type feel. However, Guys, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed this little episode. I've had a lot of fun building this. Again, thank you so much to the creator who gave me the inspiration for this. Again, their information will be down below. But guys, I will check you out next time on Moist SMP.